Welcome! I'm Enigmius, and this is episode 0.5 of the Global Builder's Guide. This is a brand new series. I know the screen is black. It's black on purpose. It's to build anticipation. What are we going to see when the screen is not black? Something like that. This is what I've been messing around with since we pulled the plug on the Mega Creeper. This is our new world, only it's not our new world. This is the setup with the GLSL shaders and the texture pack and things like that. I'm actually going to start a new world, a brand new world with the same configuration. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea, first of all, the visual aspect of how things are going to look. So the sun, the way it's looking with the lens flare and the god rays and with the leaves on the trees and the ripple in the water, that's the GLSL shaders. But I'm also working with a mod pack that I hadn't even heard of until yesterday, called Revans, and there will be a link to it, if not under this video, then certainly under the episode 1 video and every video after, for that texture pack, because it's, I think, pretty incredible what they're doing with it. Even though it seems very, very simple, they're going above and beyond with the connected textures. So normally if you look at a mod with connected textures using Optifine and all that other stuff, it's usually things like glass blocks, where you put a glass block beside another one and you don't see the frame in between them anymore. It looks like one solid block. Well, it's the same sort of idea here, only they're going beyond simple things like glass blocks. Now they've got it in the dirt, the sand, the stone, so it gets a much more realistic look to it. And I've got a little bit of footage of each. I've got some exposed stone and a third-person flyby of a desertish sort of thing, so you can see the sand. It's really, really cool. So that's what we'll be using in our new world. Beyond that, I don't even know if I would call what we're going to be working with a mod pack, because I don't think there are that many mods in it to warrant calling it a mod pack. Very, very simple, and I'll have the specific details in episode 1 of exactly what mods are in it and all that other good stuff. Now, the purpose for this new series is basically hinging around that whole thing we were talking about in the last episode of the Ultimate Feed the Beast Reloaded, with the computer craft computers and turtles building structures and then being able to pass along, share the Lua scripts via Pastebin, so that other people could import those scripts into their computers and turtles and have them duplicate that structure in their world, which I think is really kind of a neat idea that's more useful than world downloads, because with the script idea and the turtles, you can put them in your own existing world wherever you like, as opposed to just visiting someone else's world from time to time to look around, and then it's useless to you. So there's that. But then the thought occurred to me, just kind of looking around the forums, is there is still a lot of discussion, a lot of questions people are asking. I'm new to Feed the Beast. Where should I get started? Which is fine, which is absolutely fine. I still don't like the answers that most people offer. Not because it's wrong, not because they're giving the wrong answers, because it's just a different style, a different way of thinking. I prefer to leave things as open-ended as possible and let people explore on their own the different options available to them, without necessarily saying, start with this mod and then go to this mod and then that mod and all that other stuff. When I originally started the Builder's Guide to Feed the Beast, my first Feed the Beast series, I started with that idea, but it became very, very difficult to not make it mod specific once we started getting into the refining machines, because you're showing them specific kinds of machines that do specific jobs. And in that case, to give you an example, it was Industrial Craft 2 machines that I was showing off, which is not really in vogue anymore, right? There's other mods that are out that people are talking about when it comes to refining various different kinds of materials. You don't hear a whole lot about Industrial Craft 2 anymore. So someone going to a video like that and seeing that Industrial Craft 2, there's any number of things they could be thinking, but very few of them might actually be good. So I would like to kind of revisit that whole concept, do 3 or 4 episodes just covering the general concepts that you want to be doing, and a suggestion for the order that you would follow those in, so then a person can say, I watched this video and this guy suggested that I first get access to resources, which I've done. Here's the sand with connected textures. I just love that. But as I was saying, here's this video. This guy said I should get resources. I've done that. Then he said I should be looking at generating power of some sort. I'm playing this mod pack. What are my options? I think it would promote a more focused and interesting discussion that would expose those options than saying just from the very beginning, I'm new, where should I start? So that's the idea. Then on the other end of the bookshelf, if we call it that, I was thinking about this whole idea of the Computercraft computers and turtles building things that I make that you guys can download. What if, as a part of the evolution of the control scripts for the turtles, we could have them do like a survey? So you would say, set up certain markers or whatever, certain blocks, and then the turtle would work within that to find all the different places where there's a block, and then store that so they can basically give you the information you need to duplicate another structure of any size, not just limited to, various different mod options to do the same thing, but any size you want. Do a survey of that entire thing to get a feel for exactly what will be needed to duplicate that, and then produce data that you could upload to Pastebin, and other people could download and duplicate your structures in their world and bring the whole concept full circle. So it's no longer me feeding you all the structures and the code to make it work, but in addition, you have access to a script that would allow you to share your structures with other people. I think that would be fantastic. So that's what we're going to be working towards. And I'm almost out of footage, so I gotta go, but the next episode, episode 1, will be out in the next 2, maybe 3 days. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.